Hello everybody! So this afternoon I am going to be reading you The Paper Dolls, and it's written by Julia Donaldson, and that is the lady that also read The Gruffalo. She also wrote, The Gruffalo. She also wrote No Room on a Broom, A Squash and a Squeeze, The Gruffalo's Child, so lots of our favourites. And it was illustrated, so that was the person that drew the pictures, by someone called Rebecca Cobb. There was once a girl who had tiger slippers, and a ceiling with stars on it, and a butterfly hair slide that she kept losing, and 2 goldfish, and a nice mother who helped her make some paper dolls. There were Ticky and Tacky and Jackie at the back, and Jim with 2 noses, and Joe with a bow. And they danced, and they jumped, and they sang, and they met a dinosaur who clawed and he roared and he said, "I'm going to get you." But the paper dolls sang, "You can't get us, so no, we're holding hands and we won't let go. We're Ticky and Tacky and Jackie at the back, and Jim with 2 noses, and Joe with the bow." And they jumped. So have a little think about whether you think that this girl might be imagining that this is happening, or whether it's happening in real life. And they jumped onto a bus and rode into a farmyard and danced with the pigs, and they lay on a rooftop until a tiger slunk out of his den. I wonder what the tiger is. Remember what the little girl was wearing on her feet at the beginning of the story? And he crouched and he snarled and he said, "I'll leap up and catch you." But the paper dolls sang, "You can't catch us, no, we're holding hands and we won't let go. We're Ticky and Tacky and Jackie at the back, and Jim with 2 noses, and Joe with the bow." And they floated down the stairs, and they danced around the honey pot, and they kicked crumbs and explored an island. I wonder what the island is and why they're kicking crumbs. Have a look what the little girl's doing. Why do you think there might be crumbs? Until a fierce crocodile grinned his grin and gnashed his teeth, and he said, "I'm coming to crunch you." But the paper dolls laughed and sang, "You can't catch us, you can't crunch us, no, we're holding hands and we won't let go. We're Ticky and Tacky and Jackie at the back, and Jim with 2 noses, and Joe with the bow." And they hopped into the garden, and they sniffed the flowers, and they even chatted to a ladybird, and they lay down in a forest of grass. But have a look, and you see that it looks like the little girl might be going away somewhere, so she's left them on their own. Along came a boy with a pair of scissors, and he said, "I'll snip you." And he did. He snipped them into tiny little pieces, and he said, "You're gone forever." Now have a think whether you think that was a good or a bad choice. Whether you think that was a kind or an unkind thing that that boy did. And have a little look at the little girl here. How do you think she's feeling now? Now she's looked up and seen what's happened to all of her paper dolls. But the paper dolls sang, "We're not gone, no, we're holding hands and we won't let go. We're Ticky and Tacky and Jackie at the back, and Jim with 2 noses, and Joe with the bow." And all the pieces all joined together, and the paper dolls flew into the little girl's memory, where they found white mice and fireworks and starfish soap and a kind granny and the butterfly hair slide and more and more and more lovely things each day and each year. So the paper dolls have gone into the little girl's memory. So although the paper dolls aren't there anymore because they've been cut up, the little girl can still remember them in her head. And the girl grew into a mother who helped her own little girl make some paper dolls. There were Poppy and Pinky and Blinky and Binky the Blinky and Fred with one eyebrow and Flo with the bow, and they jumped and they hopped and they sang. And there they are at the end. So this book is all about saying to us really that sometimes, even if good things have to come to an end, we can still remember them and think about the happy times. So when I was younger, I used to really like going to the park with one of my friends, but then my friend had to move house and she had to move a little bit further away, so I didn't get to see her as much, but I still have the memory in my head so I can think back to all the good times that we had together. So maybe you can think of something in your head, you can think of a nice memory that you had, something that might have had to have stopped, but you can still think about it and it's nice. Now I had a go at making my own paper dolls. Here they are. So they're all joining hands like this. Now, I haven't drawn a picture or coloured them in yet, but you might want to have a go at doing this. And they don't have to be girl paper dolls. I know in this story, actually there were some boys in there as well. I know the story is about little girl, but it doesn't mean that it's just a girl's thing. Boys can do it too. You might want to make superhero dolls, or they might want to be people in your family. You could do dinosaur ones. You could do anything you like. And I even had a go at doing some hearts as well, which you can have a go at decorating. So anyway, it's really nice reading your story, and I will see you all soon.